for maybe the last time. I'm definitely gonna be playing a lot of these levels home. While I'm at home, I'm gonna be playing some of these on my Steam Deck. Because there are some new levels that opened up, and we were, you know, I want to find some more things and essentially just get everything I can get in the game. Everything I can get in the game. So I wonder where this starts at. The first spot, okay. Alright, here we go, chat. It's crazy to think, chat, that it's hard to think how crazy this gets. So essentially, that's what we're trying to do. That's what we're trying to do, chat, right there. Oh wait, if I can keep this up though, if I can keep this up, this actually makes the level a little bit easier. Oh yeah, if I can keep this up, that's a whole different ball game. Okay, there we go. I was like, yeah, we got it. And it was just like, well, chat. Yeah, if you can keep that though. I'm not exactly sure what. Okay, that's all we have to do at the very end. Okay, we just go for those. Find them, do them. That's what we do, chat. That's what we do. All right, this is the last one, aka hell. Well, I believe the last one. It's a cube, so who knows? Here comes the light. Here comes the light. Ouch. Yeah, I thought it was already time for that thing. Totally wasn't. Alright, here we go. Here comes this part. Alright. Huh. What the? Oh, the ball hit me? Okay, well, never mind. Okay, that's... Fudge. Alright, here it goes, chat. Here's the cycle. Here comes the cycle. Okay. I made this messy for myself. All right, here we go. Okay, yeah. Oh, wait, so the health doesn't actually go to you immediately. Yeah, the health doesn't actually go to you immediately. Just notice that. It actually has to transfer to you. Also, I forgot, I don't think we're in the RKGK category right now. No, you're not. And I'll put a Happy Father's Day in the title. Yeah, I figure most people are out today. hate that thing. Fudge. There has to be another. There is another way. It's just called put it on 5. Put it on 5. This is. I think we've actually gotten to one point with 3, and then it's just that very last part. Like I said, I don't know why this last part is this hard with. No one really knows. Or why it's so long. Oh, fudge. Oh, fudge. That one I fucked up on, chat. It's killing me. When did the souls like become a... Chat, I really should just switch this to just 5 lives. I should switch it to easy mode. I've played a whole game in hard, but my goodness, this is some death level, death trap, expletive stuff. At this point, that's what I'm thinking to myself. How on earth? I really do have to ask the dev team about this. I gotta ask them, like, what, guys? Was there a reasoning for? I'm all for like some difficult stuff. But I'm going on Rykard hours. Okay, no, we're nowhere near Rykard hours. We're nowhere near Okay, that was my bad. Yeah. We're nowhere near Rykard hours. Nowhere near Rykard hours. That's a very special amount of hours. I'm still bummed that I'm going to be out of town for... Well, I'm not bummed that I'll be out of town for the Elden Ring DLC, but, yeah. We'll be real hyped to What? Okay. I also want to know why on earth it takes you hit the health, but the health doesn't actually collect. Like you can hit the box, but it doesn't count as you getting the health. Not until the health actually gets to your health bar. Man. I just want to know. Okay. Okay. There's the walk up. Drop him on me. Maybe we hit. Whoa! Okay. Jeez, man, my feet are like I'm actually jumping. That was all of them, right? Okay, okay. Oh man, my feet are like, I'm like actually like in the, I'm like, oh gosh, please don't let me die. Oh, I think I'm supposed to go the... Yeah, I'm supposed to do the opposite way of this. Like up and down, I think was my strat. Okay, now we have... Oh, I was there, chat. I was there. Oh no. Oh no, I was there. Oh, we were there. That was it. I don't know why it just locked. It did not hit. I did not hit. All I had to do was hit that little pillar. Just had to hit that little pillar. I think there was only, that was the last one left. I think that was the last one left. I have cursed more on this game than on this level. Not on this game, sorry. On this level. On only this level than any other game on this stream outside of probably fudge, I'm blanking on the name of that horror game that we used to play. Oh man. Yeah, it's like, speaking of that horror game, what was that horror game? I'm really like blanking on it too. This is the definition of putting the character you made through. Did I mean to do that? Okay, we're gonna leave that 1 health there. I'm gonna take 1. Okay. Okay. Just leave me alone. Oh man. Oh man, it's done.
Boom! Oh yeah, it's working.
Oh, it's working.
Look at that! Finally, some life around here again. Hey there, you bean-shaped loser. Exit!
Darn it, Ruin! Darn it, Ruin!
What the hell are those?
Alerts, man. I forgot.
Well, guess our work isn't done, guys.
Oh man, welcome, Ruin.
No biggie. You know me.
I love a challenge.
I love a challenge.
Oh, okay, it just came in right there. Thanks, Ruin. There was a moment of just like, I was like, what? Ruin, no. Yeah, I figured out all I had to do was go for the pillars last night, towards the end, but we didn't know where they were, right? We knew where one of them was, and today, just like, it clicked where at least 2 more of them. Don't worry though, Ruin, you missed about 30 minutes. What was this? How many? You missed 20 minutes of me dying. So it wasn't that bad. It was not nearly as bad as, I think yesterday was like an hour, right? Holy crap. What is it you need for S rank? No dying. No dying, crank that up to like 5. Put me on the 5 lives. And under the 5 minutes. Jeez Louise. Which is very possible. Honestly, it just means you just go through it straight. And yeah, I'm wondering how you can it's tough. And that finish under 526 is actually pretty, like, that is cutting it tough. Maybe with the extra lives and you just kind of use some invincibility time you got, maybe that's how you do it. Now we can properly roll credits, chat. Now we can properly roll credits, man. That was, overall, I still give it an 8 for me. Yeah, I still give it an 8 out of 10. Was freaking great, if I have to say so myself. The only thing, I guess, you know, we got the awesomeness of my name in the credits right there, chat. Inspired by the characters created by Adrian Leon Morris. But I mean, it was great. Also, that is a really big me on the chat. That's giganticized me. Did you like morph? Was that like a was that like? Are you Rita Repulsa? Did you just make it grow? Just made it grow. But no, this is, like I said, this was pretty freaking awesome. I think a lot of the platforming that they did in the game was on point. The music was amazing. The music was great. Music was great. The art, all the graffiti arts were freaking top tier. I thought they were just great. The cutscenes, I love the art, the comic, like the manga art in the cutscenes. Like I just want that as a comic now. And then the other, the voice acting, I thought was really great for the two voice actors that they got. You know, for the budget they had and everything that this game has gone through for 7 years, finally making it out with proper platforming and everything is, I mean, it really was something. I gotta say, it really was something. For the small cost of 30 bits, you get a giant tricks. I wonder, can I set those? Does it have to be bits? Can it be channel points or something, or does it have to be bits? I'm actually kind of curious now. I'll have to look into that. But thank you so much, man. Thanks. And then, yeah, also having your name in the credits is dope. Yeah, it is, man. And after the credits, I'll show y'all what this game was. I'll show you the original trailer that we cooked up. The original trailer we cooked up. I wish I could show you all the actual original demo. And I don't know. I don't think I can't find it, which means I don't think I ever had it. I don't remember who has the original demo, or if we even backed it up. I'm sure they still have it, maybe, because yeah, the original demo, it was something else. But you'll see parts of the bit of the original demo in the trailer I'll show you after this, like what the game actually was when we started making it back in 2017. The original concept doesn't have any movement mechanics. In fact, part of it was still there. The platforming was still there, if I remember correctly, and the way that the levels were designed. Yeah. So we actually pitched this game. A couple things. This happened right after like the Quest 1, right? That's like Meta Quest 1, back when it was just Oculus, right? That was a thing, and I was like, in terms of the actual mechanics, yeah, there was no. It was just like a 3D platformer in VR with the camera pulled back. You would go into first person when you would spray paint the graffiti, but you would be still at that time. And then you would also, the other thing that you would do is the drone actually had a completely different mechanic. The drone had a completely different mechanic. The drone was almost more like a Ratchet and Clank type thing, like Clank, right? Or, you know, Jak and Daxter, where we initially designed the game to be less action oriented and more puzzle focused. So when you would go into an environment, you would get that overlay of information, but you would have to use the drone to do certain things, so you could progress as the player. You know what I mean?
Everything that made our city great.
And I'm actually kind of curious.
And even the people.
Like this trailer, if I think about it, it's kind of close to the original.
I know what I have to do.
A little bit. Minus the jumping. There's jumping off. So I think I actually have artwork of what she actually looked like and then like what I drew her as as well.
Resist. To get our voices back.
So yeah, let me queue up the other one as well. But I gotta say, thanks everyone for hanging with me for this. Yeah, for hanging with me through this game, just because like it was a great journey all the way through. And like I said, it's very, 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 very close to Crash Bandicoot. Like that is more so than like a Ratchet and Clank or anything like that. Crash Bandicoot is exactly what this game is, 100%. Just freaking 100%. It is like Crash. Let me see if I can open up that original trailer really quickly. There's no like that's all, folks. Oh, let me see this real quick. Bloop, bloop. I think this works. I don't know. It was working earlier when I hooked it up. I can't figure out how to get it off of this Kindle Fire. Like I want to get it off and just put it on my computer so that I can just get rid of it. This is the only reason I keep this Kindle is because that information's on it. But yeah, Ruin, hopefully you are having a wonderful start to your Father's Day. Ruin's like, but I'm not a father. I'm like, well, you know, just saying Happy Father's Day. Just saying Happy Father's Day. But dang, I also realized, yeah. Let's see here. Let's try this again. Oh, okay. Yeah. I figured, okay, there we go. Yeah, this is my, I guess technically, yeah, this is my second Father's Day without my dad. But you know, I know he's up there doing big things. Or actually, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you do. You just wait. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, man. I hope you and your family have a wonderful time out for sure. So I'm kind of curious how much of this is like. Is it gonna do that weird thing where I can't actually open it again? But yeah, we pitched this game to Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo. We almost got signed through Sony. Sony, it was almost signed through Sony. We had like one like person on there, I guess like indie team that didn't sign off. One of the account managers. I think it was like one or two people. But we almost, we almost got signed with them. Like the guy who originally founded all this stuff, he was highly connected. Like had no clue how connected the man was, but he was a great person. And I gotta say, like, man, you know, unfortunately he passed away through COVID at the very beginning of it all. But this game was his dream, and he also helped me accomplish part of my dream too. But more of a celebration for my late grandfather and my grandmother's birthday. Okay, so it's a double, you know, you got a grandmother's birthday. That's going to be a blessing. And then, of course, like you said, celebration for my late grandfather. So, yeah, I know you'll have a good time, man. I've been trying to just be not worrying, be very positive. You know, I'm going back home, and it's been a year. Last year I went back, as y'all remember, I went back in May for a week. But that was, I didn't go back home to visit my mom, and then look, a lot of stuff has happened between then and now. But she's doing good, and you all know, as much as I talk about my mom on the stream, y'all know like just how much I care and just how much I do worry and how much we annoy each other. And I'm just like, you know, it definitely, you know, my dad passing away really did affect me in the sense that I just started worrying more, even without noticing. You know, I was just like an overbearing parent to a parent. So that's what I'm just like. When I go back, I just want to sit, chill, talk. I don't know, we eat popcorn. We might not do anything for 2 weeks, chat. but just enjoy that time being together. And for my mind, my mind for like a whole year at one point was just always thinking about like the end, what happened, things that happen at the end, and like try to just not let that thought get back on me anymore, because my mom was like, yo, look, I live my life, you live yours, go do your thing. And I'm it's just us, really. It's always been like really just us, so that's why we're really close. So part of my mind's like, but are you sure? You sure? You sure? Are you sure that you're sure? Ruin, how far are you from home? It is definitely closer than me. It is definitely closer than me. So let me pull up this original. The original game was, if there was a man in the house, I would probably feel more comfortable moving out of the state, but not the case. I'm only 15 minutes away. Yeah, I feel you. That's essentially like where I am, right? There's no one at home with her, so if she's not feeling good, like I'll start worrying, and then it got to the point where I was essentially in the same shape she was at one point, just mentally anyways. It was just like, you can't, when you're more than 15 minutes away, when you're a state away, or you're even a state away, the state away, honestly, you can still get back. If you're multiple states away, that's a whole different thing, but it's nothing that you couldn't just go back and do. But I always had this paranoid, like paralyzing fear, Ruin. Like it's the reason why I didn't really buy any furniture for this room for like 2 years until I lived in here for like 2 or 3 years and didn't buy any furniture. And every little upgrade I've done has been so incrementally slow, because I was always afraid of like I would have to move back, or something might happen, and it was like, oh, I spent this money here and I did this or whatever, and it's like, oh well, what do I do now? And I was just so paralyzed and so afraid to kind of do stuff. And so that's something that I've been working on for years. Like I said, I have like a 10-year-old microwave, chat. No, it's not 10, it's like 7. Even older technically, because it's used, but it's like 7 years old. I'm like, you know what, when I get back, I've been wanting a new microwave. I'm gonna get a new microwave. It's time to get like a new vacuum cleaner, time to do some, just get some other life upgrades, because that TV, that's what that TV showed me, Ruin. It's crazy. I got that TV and it was like, I felt like I moved up. Like I moved up in like my own life status, right? And yeah, it was a good feeling. But anyways, here's the original trailer for the game. This is, like I said, this is actually the trailer that we showed Sony when we first, like after we got all like our kind of mechanics in there. Like I said, we worked on this for about a month or 2 months, if I can't remember really, but it was, every Wednesday we would meet, or every 2 or 3 days a week we would meet in the shared office after work hours for me. And I would take the last train home. I would get home at like 12 at night or something. Sorry, 12:40 at night or something like that. But it was just 5 of us. It was just 5 of us. And but this is what it was. This is the trailer we put together. To show like Sony, Microsoft, investors, people like that. This is the original concept. That's or so we think. I'll tell you the truth. Humanity seems perfect, but it isn't. Do we control our lives? Or does this AI control us? Yeah, that was what we put together. Actually, that's what one person put together. And there was like a little bit of the actual demo in there that we actually kind of like made. But yeah, like the actual concept, everything in there. Originally, it was the original concept I wrote, which isn't in the actual like the final product, right? You can see like the big baddie was an AI called Evo, which we were going to change. We needed to change the name, right? Because Evo was obviously a contest and everything else. It's an acronym, but essentially I made the idea of this AI that that was controlling people, right? So we still have the mind control in the final game, right? That part's still there. The reason the AI did this was because we made there was an environmental and pollution problem as we have today, right? Environmental problem. And the a company made an AI to kind of help manage that issue, like to control I guess carbon output and all of that stuff, right? To manage it. But it didn't work. So they made another one, and then eventually it became like a super AI, right? And it became very good at its job. It was very efficient, right? Pollution levels, all that stuff decreased. But because pollution levels decreased, as we know, pollution and all this stuff comes from manufacturing. It comes from business, aka profits decreased. So what they did, they decided we need to limit this. We need to limit this AI's power. We need to stop it. We need to not stop it, but just limit it, bring it back. So, they essentially kind of put it in check. However, the AI was cognizant at this point and understood what was happening to it, and decided to stash itself away, like stash its code away in the internet. There's another word I made for it, but essentially the internet, right? And kind of study humanity, and it comes to the conclusion that, okay, you know what? People need to be regulated because they do not understand what on earth they're doing, and all I really want to do is just make a better place for them to live. And my thought process is that I didn't want the AI to be this evil entity, right? Because it is just really something that was programmed and made by us, and it's just doing its job. And what it determines is that, okay, if I can put people in their place, right? If everyone has a place, everyone has a job, if I can put them in that place in society without them understanding that they're there because of me, then everything is essentially peaceful. And that's where the concept of the graffiti really comes in, because in this world, everyone is essentially kind of connected to that internet. And what's happening is, in order to control these people, the AI is essentially erasing parts of their memory and replacing parts of their memory with what it thinks they should do, analyzing their skill sets and their data, and then kind of leading them. So you never really know that, oh, like I want to be an artist. You know, maybe you were just good at art, but you never wanted to pursue it as a career. But the AI is like, look, man, you're a great artist. This man, you're going to be an artist. And so you enroll in an art school, and then you get a job as an artist, and then you do right. So like your life is on rails and you didn't even know it. And that was the whole thing. And the game originally started out with Valah, this character. Her name means hope. And she was, you know, her memory has been rewritten. There is a system in this whole thing where your memories, like when you, not everyone, this is the best way to put it, not everyone is susceptible to the mind control. And she's one of the people. It doesn't mean that you can't be mind control or like led down that path. It's just that you start to glitch. And I introduced this concept and theory of using computer terminology. That's why the levels also have .exe in them. Some of those secret levels. I like how they kept that. The whole thing is that when you glitch, and in the case of when you see this graffiti, you kind of like you get counter hacked. The graffiti, there's nanites or whatever. Anyways, it counter hacks you. And when you see it, you glitch and understand like, what the heck? Something's off. You just understand it a little bit. And so that's why she's trying to cover the town with specifically all the billboards, all the advertisements, all of Evo's or the AI's code is ingrained in a bunch of the city and its surroundings. And there was a whole discussion of like, well, where would you go in the city? What do you do in it? Where, you know, eventually, you know, we arrived at like, you need to take out the cores of the AI to then, you know, make the decision to either keep it on or don't keep it on. It's up to you. Is the world better the way it is? Because as the game progressed, as more people woke up, life started to resume back to how humans be humans. And so she sees this and says, is this, and as a player, you get to make the choice, like, is this what you really want or not? There is also a backstory for the drone, which I don't know if they'll use it, so I'm not even gonna, I won't say anything about the drone, because I don't know if they will use it or not use it, and if they do, it's cool, but I don't want to say what the thing about the drone was. But the thing with the drone, when Homeboy heard it, he was just like, dang, man, oh heck yeah, dude, yes. So yeah, I'm not gonna spoil the drone. And AYO is, I have to remember what AYO's name means. It's a African name, but I have to go and look up what it actually means. But yeah, I mean, like, there were things, like you said, there is a first person segment, and that first person segment is specifically when you're painting. Like, that's 100% the only time you go into first person. The mechanics of the game, and yeah, you would spray it, right? And we tried to remember, I never forget, like, because it was using PSVR, we were like, how do we do this? Because it was using the motion sensor for PS4, right? And we were like, do you paint like this? And then we're like, nah, you turn. What we wanted to do is, okay, so the game will detect when you turn the controller this way and hold it like a gun, you would paint, and you would use the trigger, and you would use the thumbstick, your right thumbstick and trigger, and that's how you would paint when you turn it. Yeah, there's only so many games with like graffiti in them. But that was something that we really wanted to do. The game was going to be called Black Book because we wanted to have this mechanic where everyone, like I said, when you're just starting, you can put everything in, right? We wanted this mechanic where you had your own black book, And while we gave you the outlines for some of these graffitis or stencils, like there were pre-planned ones, we thought it would be really awesome if there was a mode where you could make your own, put them in your black book, because the black book is what graffiti artists actually do carry around. Like that's their, you know, that's where they keep all their designs in. And you could share those designs on the, you know, with other people online, and they could use your graffiti art. That was the other concept that we wanted to kind of have in the game. And the reason why it says the riskier the better is because the original scale of the game was you would start, I envisioned, this is more for game design, right? I envisioned that you would start street level. You would start street level and you would graffiti the streets. You would graffiti the walls. You would graffiti the sidewalk. Anything. It was almost like a little GTA right there, right? And I don't want to say it was open world. I would say more it's like a zone type thing. But I really wanted the fact to be like almost like Getting Up, right? You start at the street level, and the higher you go, the bigger you graffiti things. The more important those things are, the higher they are. And the more people will be able to see them. So, but conversely, there's more like security there. And use both characters. You'll notice kind of this angle. Like I said, it was a puzzle stealth game. Like real talk, it was a puzzle stealth game. We designed this character, or the way that I designed her is because she was a hacker. She's like straight up, that was her job. Her job is she's a hacker. So she was not, in my mind, there were always two versions of her between myself and another person. And my version of her is she was a cool hacker and she didn't fight. She would let her upgrades, the drone, she would fight smart. That's what I wanted for her. Exactly those words. She fights smart. So we really did have like these mechanics to help her. What up, Frank? Happy Father's Day. We had these drone mechanics and things. We didn't know how they were going to be used, but like I said, the purpose of this trailer was to show like, hey, this is the character, this is the premise, this is the world, this is the atmosphere. These are not all set in stone. Here's what we're thinking about having an upgrade system and everything. But it was enough to get, yeah, that was part of the original demo right there. Going down those vents. I wish I could find that, because every little bit of kind of technology that we found was, sometimes it was like, you know, our concept artist and kind of engineer, this right here, this cube, that was a whole nother test concept that he was working on to be able to pick up something in VR and then spray paint it the way you wanted. We actually had that rigged in so you could hold an object. This is what we were thinking about doing for the core, is you would spray paint the core, but you would have to rotate it and do it yourself. And maybe there would be some hacking involved in it. But yeah, that was the original concept. And Sony, the reason why it became straight up just a 3D platformer is Sony said, this is great and all, and we want this for PSVR, but can you guys make this in PSVR and also just normally? Because not that many people have PSVR. So it's smarter for you all to make it both a VR game and a non-VR game. There's straight up truth on that, bro. And they actually, there's one thing that did make it from the demo. The demo was about 30 minutes. There was one concept that we had, or that I made, about her kind of, she discovers her memories bit by bit, piece by piece, and they're relating to something else in the game. And they kept the kind of illusion world that I had envisioned. Essentially, the AI at one point hacks you. Just as you can hack it, it hacks you, and you actually get to experience what it's like to be hacked, which they kind of allude to in the final product. She's like, I wonder how those people feel Like, I never thought about it. And so in that demo, yeah, we actually we had her get hacked, and you go into her mind. And yeah, dude, so I'm glad they kept that. It's a little bit different. It's just like the digital realm in the game. But yeah. Well, happy Father's Day. I don't know what you heard, but those are lies. Court records showed I wasn't the dad of those kids. Or Murray I can't say it. What's his name? Murray Pavlovich? Wait, I think he resting in. Well, you know, you are not the father, Frank. But sounds like a good reason why PSVR isn't popular. Let these people commit to not making 2 versions of the game. Yeah. Now, I don't think there are very few. I mean, there are games that are both VR and non-VR. There are games like that, but they're definitely less than the just solid, hey, this is only VR, you know. But yeah, it was a long journey. It was a long journey from where it started in here in Tokyo. I mean, yeah, just freaking, like, even now, I think some of the files are slightly corrupted for like the game. Like, I have like the actual like the game design doc and all that stuff. I have those on a cloud. But yeah, man, I'm very proud of the team. They did an amazing job, and I'm just glad I could have been a part of it. And from the beginning, from like the legit actual day one beginning, you know. So when we come back, we'll be playing some Elden Ring in